a new threat has emerged from the ruins of Tarkov. A sinister group of former PMC troops have arrived in the region. They've taken over an area of the coast not far from the Lighthouse, and have fortified the water treatment plant with constant patrols, along with heavy machine gun nests and direct fire grenade launchers. But who are they exactly? And what are they doing in Tarkov? I am, of course, talking about the former USEC PMC group, the Rogues. The Rogues are a new faction in Escape from Tarkov, introduced in patch 12.12. They are reportedly former USEC operatives and have taken control of the derelict water treatment plant at the north side of the Lighthouse area. They are deadly accurate and can easily take out a hostile from over 200 meters away, making them some of the most formidable opponents you can fight. They typically carry Western-made weapons, with FN Scars and M4s being found commonly, as well as lots of different types of top-tier armour. They patrol the compound in small groups, with teams on the roofs of the nearby buildings, occupying heavy machine gun nests and mounted grenade launchers with automatic fire modes. The Rogues will fire with these weapons on anyone they consider hostile. Being former USEC operatives, they are immediately hostile to any bare forces that they have in range. They will not, however, immediately attack USEC soldiers, but will only tolerate them for so long. Curiously, they seem to tolerate scavs under certain conditions. Sometimes they will allow you to hang around, saying things like, "Locals have arrived," and "Scav spotted," but other times, they beam you on sight. I think this is something to do with if someone's already attacked them in that raid, then they'll just kill everyone on sight. The background of these rogues is, like all things in Tarkov, murky at best. Little is known about the soldiers in this faction, except to say that they used to belong to the USEC PMC. This is interesting because, as we know, by this point, the Tarkov conflict has been raging for years. What we fight and scavenge over now are the ruins of an area devastated by years and years of conflict. These former USEC troops are in some ways just like us, fighting for an organisation that either doesn't exist anymore or doesn't care if their troops do. Like us, they seem trapped in the Tarkov blockade and have banded together and taken a fortified position with heavy defences and enough supplies to last. Being former USEC and having cut contact with the organisation, they must be making up their own rules. Although, the fact that they don't immediately shoot other USEC players on sight leads me to believe that they are also in the same situation of survival and not just in Tarkov for a hunting and shooting trip. Jaeger, however, once again corrects us with the description for the quest Huntsman Path Outcasts. He says, "Hey there, kid. I have some bad news. Word reached me that a bunch of scum had settled somewhere on the coast beyond the collapsed tunnel. They do whatever the hell they want and harass the whole territory, like a pack of wild wolves. And it's not even just some local bandits, but your former work colleagues. As I understand it, when the whole conflict began, their main base was somewhere on the Cape, but unlike you, these guys do not want to return home, but to plunder our land to the last. Those bastards. Get rid of them, and be careful, soldier." When we complete the mission, he thanks us, and that's all that's said about them. Some people have suggested that they may be related to the mysterious Black Division that stormed the port stronghold in the finale of the Raid series. But that group seemed to be separate, killing anyone indiscriminately, in pursuit of the Terror Group's secure container. This group seems slightly more reserved, only shooting at scavs and USEC when provoked. Among the voice lines you can use as a USEC character is the phrase, "What about command? They just left us." Perhaps the unit was left behind initially by the USEC High Command and are now extremely hostile to their former employer. Or perhaps, as Jaeger suggests, they are here simply just to plunder the remaining Tarkov treasures. I think there's a wider story to tell here with these rogues. They are the first faction to show leniency towards one particular group of players, so surely there has to be a bear counterpart at some point in the future. Maybe the remnants of the bears will be the ones protecting the trader at the Lighthouse. Whatever this situation, they're a well-coordinated group, and seem to exist for the sole reason of controlling and looting the Lighthouse. Maybe one day they'll try to take over other locations? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.